Hello guys, this is the Surveyor of Kenya. In today's video, I'll be showing you how to georeference and digitize on AutoCAD. In context, we have an image that we want to georeference, and this is the image. It is a JPEG file. I'm going to open it. I want to georeference the rivers and the parcels in this big file. It is quite a big one because, as you can see, the acreage is 2556 acres. The coordinates here are not clear, so I can't really tell the coordinates of this point. But what I am sure of is the coordinate of 36, the coordinate of IB2, and the coordinate of C6, this one. So because I have the coordinates of those points, I am going to georeference and digitize this image so that I can get a georeferenced river and georeferenced parcel. So let's get right into it. So the first thing I am going to do, I am going to open CAD Civil 3D. I am using Civil 3D 2018. And once my CAD opens, I am going to insert the 3 points that I have on AutoCAD. Once it opens, the first thing I always do is to save my job just in case something happens. So I'm going to save it to this file and I'm going to call it Georeference. There I have it, and then I'm going to set the units of my workspace. That is done. Now I have 3 points that I have their coordinates, and I'm going to insert these 3 points that I'm going to use to georeference my image. The coordinates are here: C6, 36, and IB2. I'll go to points, miscellaneous, nothing anything, and I'm going to insert the points. The description is C6, this is 36, this is IB2. I have all my 3 points. Escape. Zoom extends. I'll zoom extends to see my 3 points. Here they are. These are my 3 points. I am going to highlight them. Point group properties, and I am going to make sure that this is set to description only. Apply. Okay. Now, when I zoom in, you can see the description here is IB2. We are going to create circles so that when we insert the image, we can easily see the points over the image. So I'll create a circle, or maybe say radius 5. I'm going to give it a color red for visibility. And once I have that, I'm going to copy this to the other 2 points. Once I have that, I am now going to insert my PDF to AutoCAD. I can add the PDF on this workspace, but I cannot dictate where the PDF will fall, so it might be quite hectic to look for it. So I will open a new drawing. Once I open a new drawing, I'll go to Insert, Import, and then I will import the image. If it is not a PDF, it will not import. Mine is a PDF. Okay. Ensure that the scale is 1, rotation is 0. Use PDF layers, tick that layers, PDF to import, tick raster layers, and import options, tick import as block. Okay. It takes some time to load, so we are going to give it time. And there we have the image. Once I have this image, I can now easily copy the image and then bring it to my workspace. And then I will paste. I'll paste it near my points. ensure that it is not farther from your points because you are going to be operating between the points and the image. And then we can scale the image to a size that is of our own choosing. We want to georeference this image and we want to place this image over these points. So we will select the image, start the command align. It tells you to select your first source point. Choose your first source point wisely because it is the point that you're going to work with for the rest of this tutorial. So I'm going to choose 36 as my first source point. The source point should be the PDF image to our destination point. So our first source point in the PDF is 36. I'm going to select it. It tells me to specify my first destination point, 36 to 36. And then I am going to select my second source point as C6. This is C6. And then I'll drag it to its destination point, which is C6. And then our third source point is IB2. Select IB2. And then that destination point, IB2. Once you select the 3 points, the image automatically takes itself to the points. Now, we cannot see the points as at now unless we try to drag the image. So we are going to select the image and then to display order, send it to back. Now, once I send it to back and I zoom, I can see that 36 is exactly on top of 36. And IB2 is not at IB2. And C6 is definitely not at C6. So we need to bring C6 to C6 and IB2 to IB2. So we are going to select the PDF image once again, and then we will select scale. Our base point will be our first source point because our first source point and our coordinate is exactly at the same point. So our first source point will be our base point. Select. Tells you to specify scale factor, but we don't want to use a scale factor, we need to use a reference line. So click R. It tells you to specify reference length. Our reference length, because it's the image you are manipulating, we're going to select our reference length as the length from 36 to C6 on the PDF. So 36 to C6 on the PDF, and then now drag it. So specify new length, we're going to take it to C6, the point now. So PDF to the point. As you can see now, C6 falls at C6 and 36 falls at 36, and definitely IB2 falls at IB2. Now, the 3 points of my image are at their correct position on the ground. What does that mean? If the 3 points are exactly at where they are supposed to be on the ground and our PDF was scanned to scale, then every other point drawn on the PDF is at its exact same point on the ground. That is what georeferencing means. Meaning that if now I was to plot these parcels, in other terms, digitizing, if I was to digitize these lines, I would get their correct position on the ground. So we are going to digitize this PDF image and we will get the points exactly as they are on the ground. Digitizing is just easy. If it's a line, you select a line and draw the line. You will have digitized. So you can start with this one and you will proceed like that to every other feature in the PDF. Once we have that, we can also digitize the rivers. But before we digitize, we're going to create a layer, rivers, and call it rivers. Select the rivers to be the current layer. Once you are satisfied with what you have done, you can always check the progress by clicking on the image or highlighting the image, then isolate object, then hide selected objects, and I can easily see the digitization that I have already done. Now, this digitization is georeferenced, and every line or every parcel or river that is here is in its exact coordinate or position on the ground, and I can easily now go and place it or locate it. Thank you for watching this video, and that's how you go about it. And don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next one.